Hi, everybody. This is Erin Douglas, and we've got Lisa on the line here, and we've got Stephen live from Ghana on the line. And this is our first Zoom recording, and we wanted to take a few minutes today to just introduce you to our very important Helpers Farm project in Ghana. And hopefully we'll have some good live connection here. We've been having some video challenges this morning, but my name is Erin. I'm a co-founder of Learn, Grow, Lead, which is our U.S. nonprofit here in America. It's a 501(c)(3), and I met Stephen. Stephen, will you wave? Give us a wave.
Yeah.
He's my we say brother from another mother. He's in Ghana right now. He's in Cape Coast Castle, and in just a minute, I'll let him introduce himself. But I met Stephen how many years ago? Over 15 years ago, in the very place he is.
50? Yeah.
He's in Ghana at the Cape Coast,
15 years, yes.
Castle, where he works as a guide. And I met him years ago and befriended him and made friends with some of the children that he supports. He supports well over 100 kids in Ghana, now with our help through Learn, Grow, Lead. Primarily, we put them through school, but we've also have an orphanage in Ghana for some kids that have no parents or just don't have a safe place to live. And over here is Lisa. Lisa is my sister from another mother. And we traveled to Ghana together about 5 years ago. And she's on the board of Learn, Grow, Lead as well. And today we're really going to focus on talking about our Helpers Farm project, which is our our sustainable project, and the project that we think is going to help Stephen and the kids there become independent of our ongoing donations and support. So we're like super excited about this. So before we talk about our goals and exactly what is needed, I would love for Stephen, share something heartfelt with us, because why is it important what we're doing, and how's it changing lives for kids over there in Ghana?
Right. As my sister from another mother just said, I'm Stephen Dankwah. I'm in Cape Coast Castle now. I'm a guide. Well, I came from a very poor home. I was actually trafficked.
He was trafficked?
Trafficked from my village to Cape Coast with a promise that they're going to help me further my education. The whole thing ended there. And things were so difficult, I couldn't go through my education. So when I see children learning about without education, it hurts a lot. That's why I started Children Helpers Foundation. And I met my sister in Cape Coast just a year after I established the foundation. And from there on, she's been a great woman behind us. And somewhere we started a farm, that is Helper Farm, on just a few acres, which started as a pilot basis. It grew up. And then around 2016, we enlarged it to make it a big farm, 10 acres of vegetable that is organic. We never add anything. And we also established the Shaisiri Home, currently with 25 children, and Learn, Grow, Lead, established by Erin and Anika, part of it. They supported us so much. We have 25 children in the home now, and then they support us to feed them, and the farm also feed part of it, of the children. So we think if we are able to expand the farm from current 10 to 20 acres, it can take charge of feeding the children and the home, and at the same time making payment for school fees, books, and other things that we procure for the children. We think we need to wean ourselves from donor dependence and then make sure we get generated enough locally to be able to support the foundation.
Okay,
and we think,
that's awesome. I just want to explain a few things that you've said. for our viewers, because your accent might be hard for them. I'm gonna translate.
Yeah, okay.
Stephen was trafficked as a child, so that pretty much means he was a slave, a child slave, and he had to work instead of go to school. And this is a big problem in Ghana. Even Oprah's talked about this. A lot of kids are basically stolen or sold and into slavery, and it's called trafficking. It's a big deal there in Ghana. And so Stephen's mission is to help those kids primarily, and all kids working on the street. If you visit Ghana, so many other countries have this problem too, and our focus is really Ghana and really supporting Stephen and his family. But the kids don't attend school because they're forced into labor, or they don't have any other choice. And it's actually pretty expensive to live in Ghana, believe it or not.
Yes.
Even a bag of rice. How many dollars does a bag of rice cost, Stephen? It's quite more than
yes. It's quite.
Is it $60?
Roughly currently about. Yes.
About $60, which could even be more expensive than here in the U.S. So, anyway, a lot of people really struggle to make ends meet, and then their kids go work on the street selling water sachets, which are little water in little plastic bags, and they sell different things to try to make money for the family, and so that oftentimes they're not in school. And so when I met Stephen years ago, this is what I discovered, and his real heart is into serving those kids and putting them back in school. And so over the years, we've sent hundreds of kids to school over the past 15 years. And as he mentioned, we started a pilot farm. It's called the Helpers Farm. And I'll give you a tour of the website in just a minute, a quick tour. But the idea is that they raise money, or the profits earned from the farm generates enough money to pay for school fees, and also the orphanage that Stephen mentioned. And so our goal this year, so currently we have 10 acres. And let's talk about some of the crops that you grow. I think you grow cabbage, green pepper, carrots, okra.
Yes, okra. We also grow cassava. And maize, or that we call corn.
And cauliflower too?
Yes, please, cauliflower too. We are now also growing tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yes.
And also, Stephen mentioned, and I think this is really important for a lot of people to hear, that they grow GMO-free and use GMO-free seed, and everything is organic, which is super awesome, and I know so important for the people. And so I want to just briefly talk about who benefits, and then I want to have you give us some more background on that. But so right now, currently 48% of the farm proceeds on the 10-acre project, and our goal is to raise $17,000 to have 20 acres. But right now, with 10 acres, 48% of the farm proceeds go to the orphanage. It covers a third of their operating costs at the orphanage. Also, people that benefit are the local women, right? They actually sell the produce and help earn money for their families, which we think is really cool. Do you want to say anything about that, Stephen?
Yes. The local women also sell our products, and they also make profit to take care of their own kids. And then the children also eat some of the produce. And the school feeding program in Ghana, where the kids are given a meal per day in the school. So the schools also buy these products. That's why it's GMO free, because the kids within also eat some of this produce. And then we also have hotels and restaurants around who also purchase some of this produce. and then they use in their hotels and restaurants. So as for the market, it's good.
The market
it's good here.
There's a demand for what you're growing and selling there.
Yes, so much demand.
You're supporting the kids through the government school feeding program, and the government's a customer.
Yes.
The local women are customers, so they buy and then resell in the market, and you give them a really fair price to help them earn a living. And of course, their families benefit. And then, of course, then all profits go back into supporting the orphanage, operating costs. And how many people do you employ on the farm? Is it about 8, or is that changed?
8. Currently, we have 8. We still have 8 of them.
So our goal is to raise $17,000. Actually, we've just raised $1,000, so we really only need to raise $16,000. Hopefully by this month. So we're really asking for your ideas. Anyone that's watching, do you have any ideas? Maybe there's corporate sponsors that want to get involved. We would be super happy to explore different cause marketing campaigns and newsletters, and we can do different things with corporate sponsors. But also, if there's someone that kind of wants to make a legacy donation, we could put a plaque at the farm. We could do something really special for anyone that wants to make a donation over $5,000, but also even for someone that wants to make a smaller donation. I think I have someone that's willing to match at least up to $2,000 for anyone that wants to make a donation of $10 or more. That donation would be matched. So if I gave $10 today, this person that's an anonymous matcher would also give $10 today, and that's for the month of October. So up to $2,000, which would be hopefully then turn into $4,000. So help us get a little bit closer to raising our goal. Stephen, I want to see if you'd share maybe the story of Michael Kobner or Christopher, or one of the real hard stories of the kids that are benefiting, and maybe the kids that are, maybe one of the kids that's living in the orphanage. So people understand how awesome this project is, and that, you know, ideally, if we give once, if we raise this $16,000 today, then ideally you become self-sufficient, and all those kids will continue to benefit year after year once these funds are raised in this month. So will you tell us about one of the kiddos that have moved me?
Well, Karen, I'm going to talk about Morrison.
Okay.
Morrison was trafficked to Nigeria.
Okay.
And he was working in the fishing industry where they dry the fish, and he got nothing from the profits, just the food he eats. And it was so difficult for Morrison to return to Ghana because he was being maltreated. And then one day he was sent to go and sell some of this fish outside in the market. So the little money that came, he used the money to escape from Nigeria and got to Togo and Ghana border. The money got finished. So this boy had to be there and carry loads on his head for about 2 months to make small profits and manage to escape again to Cape Coast. Wow. Morrison came back very, very lean. He was so sick. And so he got contact with a friend who brought Morrison to me. So Morrison was hospitalized for close about 1 month. Wow. When he gained consciousness, then I will start helping Morrison to go to school. Currently, Morrison is in secondary school. He's doing very well. Very happy boy. It was terrible for him when he narrated his stories. It was really, really terrible. If he was caught in Nigeria escaping, he would have been killed.
He would have been killed. Oh,
sure.
That's so hard to hear. But it's reality, isn't it? So his name is Morrison, and how old was he when he was doing this work in Nigeria?
He was only 9 years old.
9 years old.
9.
Did he say what happened to his parents, or he doesn't know?
No, the mother actually died of HIV/AIDS, but
HIV.
nobody he doesn't know where the father was when we met him.
Bless his heart. And how old is he now?
Currently, Morrison is 17 years.
Wow. Okay. That's an awesome story. Well, this is the kind of amazing work that Stephen's doing. And I've had the chance to meet several of these kids and hear these stories. And it's just such an honor to be able to support Stephen. And it's amazing that, you know, when an opportunity like this crosses your path, at least for me, I can't turn my back. And so that's why we're making this video today. I know Stephen can't turn his back. I mean, how many people call him Papa or Dad or Uncle? And he's got so
over
many,
300. Over 300.
yeah, 300 kids that he's helped.
Since we started,
Well, Stephen, we love you so much. I want to give people an opportunity. I'm going to share my screen really quick, and I want to show people our website so that they perhaps make a donation today. And so, oops. Here we go. Here's the website. So this is, if you go to thehelpersfarm.org, you'll see this cute picture about this is me. This is Stephen and I. This is 5 years ago.
Yes, that's beautiful.
I love the colors of these buildings.
My oh my.
Right? So here talks a little bit about all of our story, our vision, our mission, our team. There's myself, there's Lisa and Bonnie. Bonnie built this beautiful website for us. There's a few more things. There's a couple videos that you can watch on our blog page. Is that clicking? Yeah, so here's a real fun video with Stephen and Edward talking, so you can learn more. And this was at the Cape Coast Castle where I met Stephen, where he's sitting now. And then here's how to donate. So all of our donations, any donations received will go through Learn, Grow, Lead, our U.S. nonprofit. So you'll receive a tax refund receipt so that you can use that with your taxes. And again, we're happy to explore different things. If you want a plaque or any of your ideas, we can totally do that. And so the way that's easy to make a donation is you can either mail it, you can send a wire. Annika is our president of our nonprofit, and we can talk to her about making wires, but you can also really easily make a donation online. So we use, this is our Learn, Grow, Lead, our U.S. nonprofit website. And we use Authorized Net, it's super secure. And you just hit this donate button, and then you can make a donation. And as I mentioned, this month, in the month of October, we have an anonymous donor that can match up to $2,000. We might have another donor. I need to confirm after this call. There's 2 people I'm thinking of that might be able to match. So again, we're just so grateful to be able to kind of, after 15 years of partnering and fundraising year after year, that we really only have a $16,000 to raise. And we want to do it soon because it takes about 5 months to start generating profits. And it will take about a year for Stephen to be fully sustainable, self-sustainable, and not dependent on our donations. So we probably ultimately need to raise a little bit more than $16,000 just to get him through the next year. So if you have any interest, feel free to make a donation. Feel free to reach out. You can email info at Learn, Grow, Lead. That will go to Annika, or you can always email me. I will put my email address at the bottom of the email. the best email address to use for me. And you can always call me. And obviously, if you're watching this, you probably know me and know how to get a hold of me. But we're just so grateful for the opportunity to help serve these awesome kiddos. And, you know, obviously there's so many things, ways to help, and the world is in need of all kinds of things. But this is a project that's near to dear to my heart. And I figured there might be one or two people out there that this resonates with and that will help us make a big impact and kind of close the loop and help these guys become self-sustainable on their own. We're so excited. And for any donors out there, especially you large donors, we would entertain doing a trip to Ghana so that you could actually see where your money is going.
Great.
Yeah. So we can talk about that. All right. So much love. Stephen, I love you so much. Give the kids.
I love you so much.
Give the kids all a hug and kiss from me and for Lisa. Lisa dropped off. But so much gratitude to all of our donors. And if you can't donate, just send us a little positive, good vibes, because that helps too. And thank you, everybody. And thanks, Stephen, for joining.
Thank you, Erin, so much. You are a great sister. I'm a great angel.
Love you, love you, love you. Well, I'll be posting this online and I'll tag you.
Thank you. Love you so much.
And give Morrison a big hug from us and from me and everybody.
I will do exactly.
Okay.
Right. I will do exactly.
Bye, Stephen.
Thank you. Bye, Erin.
Bye.
Bye-bye.